Hello, hello, welcome to all. This is the first live video of compound interest chapter. It is live streaming in YouTube. So, hope you can hear the voice and also the video. So, here in this video, we will discuss some important questions of compound interest chapter. So, can you hear me, everybody? So, the first question, as you can see on the screen, the question is so if you read the question, the first question is find compound interest on rupees 6,000 for 3 years at the rate of 5% per annum compounded annually. So if you read the question, you can solve it if you know the proper way to solve this. So here we are going to solve this question. So here in this question, your principal, as you can see, your principal is 6,000 rupees. Your principal is 6,000 rupees. Now your rate of interest, as you can see, your rate of interest is 10% per annum. So our rate of interest is 10% per annum, and you can see your timing, the duration is 3 years. So you have been asked to calculate compound interest, that is CI. So all of you know the basic formula of compound interest. As you know that amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r by 100 to the power t. Now if you put the value of principal in this formula and also the rate and time, then you will get amount, and then amount minus principal, that will be your CI. But here we are not going to solve in this way because this will take your time. So not to solve in this way, it is not advisable because it will take your time. So basically what should you do? So let's convert the rate, as it is 3 years. So let us calculate R3. So what is the basic formula of R3, conversion formula of R3? As you know that 3R by 3R square by R cube. So if you convert this into R3, that is, if you convert it, that is in R3, so it will be 3 into 10 30. Now 3 into 10 square, which is 300, and 10 cube is 1000, as you can see. So 3r by 3r square by r cube. So 3 into r, 3 into 10 30, 3 into r square means 3 into 10 square means 300, and then 10 cube, which is 1000. So as you all know that there will be 2 digits in each block, so the remaining digits will be carried forwarded to this box. So 300 plus 10, it will be 310, and again it is 10, and this 3 will be carried forward to this side, so it will be 33. So ultimately what you get, it is 33.1. so this is equivalent percentage. 33.1, this is equivalent percentage. Now you have to calculate, find compound interest on rupees 6,000. You have to calculate, find compound interest on rupees 6,000 for this. So when you want to calculate your compound interest, so CI will be, you can just make it 33.1 percentage of the principal, and you know the principal is 6,000. So this is percentage. If you cancel this percentage with 20, and if you cancel this with this, so you will have 61986. So that's your answer. So you may solve this with the help of this process. So your answer is question number B. So here you see we haven't apply the basic method. So what is the basic method? As you all know, basic method is, which we have already learned in our school days, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T, and from amount, if you subtract principal, then you will have your compound interest. But if you apply this method, then it will take some time. So let convert it into equivalent rate of interest per annum for 3 years, R3, and whose formula, as you all know, as we have already explained in last class. So 3R by 3R square by R cube. So for the new student, I am again repeating this. So 3R by 3R square by R cube. So in each block there are 2 digits actually, and if there is more than 2 digits in each block, then the leftmost digit apart from 2 will be shifted or carried forward to the left side. So here it is 10 cube, so it is 1000, so 2 zeros will be there, so tens will be carried forward to this side. So it is you see 300 plus 10, it is 310, and again there must be 2 digits here, so 3 will be carried forward to this side, so it is 33, so 33.1 percentage. So your compound interest will be 33.1 percentage of your principal. So hope you have understood this method. Now if you want to solve it in another way, then you can also solve in another way. Let's see. Now if you solve it in another way, so what we can do it, we can use tabulation method. As I already explained you what is tabulation method in last class, so you can also solve this question using tabulation method. So your principal here is 6000. So if you apply tabulation method for the first year, it is 10% of 6000. Now 10% of 6000 is 600, so this is for first year. Now for second year, again 10% of 6000, so which is 600, and as you have already got rupees 600 in the first year, so again 10% of this 600, so which is your 60 rupees, 10% of 600, so this is your for the second year. Now and for third year, if you again make 10% of that, so you will have again 600, and 10% of this 600, it will be 60, and 10% of this 600 will be 60, and 10% of this 60 will be 6. Why? Because when you are calculating interest for third year, then you have to calculate interest on principal as well as whatever money you got in the previous years as interest, because that money is yours and which has been kept with the bank. So that is why you have to calculate compound interest on those interest also. So if you add all this, so it will be 1800 plus 180 plus 6, so it is basically 1986. That's your answer. So you can also apply this method. This is called tabulation method. So it is basically detailed calculation. In this method we are showing detailed calculation. In this method we can have the detailed calculation when it is very difficult to apply the formula. In that case you can use this. So hope you have understood question number 1. Now coming to question number 2. Now in the case of question number 2, you see, on what sum of money CI for 3 years at the rate of 10% per annum will be 1655. So this is your question. So if you take 20 seconds to solve this question, just you try for 20 seconds, then I will answer. So that is why you have to calculate compound interest on those interest also. So if you add all this, so it will be 1800 plus 180 plus 6, so it is basically 1986. That's the answer. So you can also apply this method. This is called table. So how to do it? So you can assume your principal, but let us not assume like this. So first you see your rate of interest, which is 10% per annum. Now let's convert this rate, as it is 3 years. Let's convert the rate in 3 years equivalent rate, which is R3. So the basic formula of R3 is 3R by 3R square by R cube. 3R by 3R square by R cube. So if you convert, as we have already discussed in last question, so if it is 10% per annum, so it will be 33.1%. If you go back to the last slide, you can also have this 33.1%. So how does it happen actually for the new students? I'm just again repeating it. So 3 into 10, so it is 30. Now 3 into 10 square, it is 300, and 10 cube means 1000. Now 2 digits will be there, and if you add this 10, it will be 3, 1 and 0, and if you again shift this 3 over here, it will be 33. So it is 33.1%. Now your principal is required, so whatever, let the principal be P. So basically 33.1% of the principal will be your 1655. Now if you want to get the value of principal, so 33.1 by 100 into P is equal to 1655. So now your principal will be 1655 into 100 divided by 33.1. If you cancel it, so it will be cancelled by 5, so your principal will be 5000. That's your answer. So this is the best approach to solve this question. You just convert the rate into equivalent rate of CI for 3 years, and you can answer this. Now hope you have understood this question. Now moving to next question. Now question number 3, you see, at what rate percent per annum a sum of rupees 2000, at what rate percent per annum a sum of rupees 2000 becomes 2662 in 3 years. So here in this question we have been asked to calculate the rate of interest per annum. At what rate percent per annum a sum of rupees 2000 becomes 2662 in 3 years. Question number A5, option A5, option B 10, option C 8, and option D none of this. So if anybody answered this question, so he can answer this in the live chat box. So here your principal is given. So what is the best approach to solve this question? What is the best approach to solve this question? You see, here your principal and amount is given. So your principal is 2000 and amount is 2662, and here the rate of interest you have to calculate, and time is 3 years. So these questions can be calculated in various ways. So in last class we discussed the formula of calculating rate of interest. In the formula we came to know P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power T, that is your amount. So if you want to get the value of R, then apart from R, the rest of the things should be shifted to right hand side. So 1 plus R by 100 to the power T will be amount by principal. Now 1 plus R by 100 should be amount by principal to the power 1 by T. Now it is R by 100 is equal to amount by P to the power 1 by T minus 1. Now R is equal to amount by P to the power 1 by T minus 1 into 100. So basically if you want to get the value of R using formula, then formula for getting R is amount by P to the power 1 by T minus 1 into 100. Now if you use this formula, then if you put the value of amount, it is 2662 and principal 2000 minus 1 into 100 into 100. Okay, so if you cancel it, then you will have minus 1, 11 by 10 minus 1 into 100. So it is 1 by 10 into 100. So it is 10%. That's your answer. So your answer for this question is 10%. So this is the conventional method we have applied. So here in this question we have applied the conventional method. In this question we have applied the conventional method. So hope you have understood this question. Now you can also solve this question using concept, not actually using any formula. So hope you have understood this. Now if you have understood this question, then I am just wiping it out. ঠিক আছে, আপাতত এটা হোক আজকে, তারপর নেক্সট দিন থেকে দেখছি। আজকে 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 আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, আজকে ফার্স্ট টাইম হচ্ছে তো কিছু প্রবলেম হতে পারে। ঠিক আছে, দেখছি। আচ্ছা, now you see, if you get the first, you cancel this, so it will be 1000 and it is 1331. So basically it is cube root of 1000 is to cube root of 1331. So it is 10 is to 11. So your principal is rupees 10 and amount is rupees 11. So now here it is principal is to amount. So principal amount is 11. So the difference between principal and amount is called interest, which is 1. So rate of interest will be interest by principal. Here principal is 10 into 100. So basically it is 10%. Moving to next question, you see. So in the next question, you see the compound interest on rupees 16,000 for 1 year 6 months at the rate of 10% per annum compounded half yearly, which you have to calculate. Now here in this question, your principal is 16,000, your rate of interest is 10% per annum, and your time t is equal to 1 year 6 months. Now it is better to solve this question in conventional method or tabulation method, so which will be helpful here. So if we apply conventional method, so your principal is 16,000. Your principal is 16,000. So for first year your rate of interest is 10%. So 10% of 16,000 will be 1600. So this is for the first year. Now for second year, 10% of 16,000. Now for second year, you see, you are not going to have 10%. Why? Because the time is only for 6 months. So if the time was for 1 year, then you got 10%. For example, if you put your rupees 100 with your bank, for 1 year bank is supposed to give you rupees 10. But how much bank is supposed to give you in 6 months? Is that rupees 10? No, it is rupees 5. So when you have half yearly, then rate has to be divided by 5. So if your rate is divided by 5, so it will be for 6 months of the second year, it will be 5%. So 5% of 1600. So 10% of 1600 is 10% of 16,000 is 1600, and percent will be 800. Now again you are going to have interest on this 1600. So it is 5% of this 1600. So 1600, the 10% of 1600 will be 160. So 5% will be 80. So it is for the second year. And so what is the total amount of CI you will have? So what is the total amount of CI you will have? So your principal is 16,000. So for the first year you got 1600, and for the second year, as it is 10% compounded half yearly, so for second year you are going to have 5%. So 5% of 16,000 will be 800, and for 5% of 1600 of the previous year, it will be 80 rupees. So total you are going to have how much? So it is 1600 plus 800, 2400, and it is 80. So basically it is 2480 will be your answer. So answer will be none of this here. Now another way you can solve this question, how you can solve this question, you can also convert this into 3 half years. As you see, it is compounded half yearly, so you can convert the time into 3 half year, because 1 year 6 month, basically it means 6 month plus 6 month plus 6 months, so basically it is 3 half year. So you can also convert the rate into equivalent rate of 3 half years. So it is 10% per annum. You see, the rate is 10% per annum. So if you want to convert it into half yearly, so it will be 10 by 2% half yearly. So it is 5% half yearly. Now from there you can get the value of R3, which is equivalent rate. As you know, 3r by 3r square by r cube. 3r by 3r square by r cube. So it is 3 into 5 15. Now 5 square 25, 25 into 3 75, and 5 cube it is 125. So basically it will be 15.7625% for 3 half years. Now if you want to calculate using this conversion methods, now your CI will be and just if you want to calculate your CI, it will be just 15.7625 percentage of 16,000. Okay, now if you want to if let's we make some approximation here. So if we cancel this, suppose 2 digits are there. Now if we write like this 15.76 percentage, actually if we make the approximation, actually, so it is 16,000. If we made the approximation 15.76 percentage of 16,000, so percentage cancelled, and here it is also 20. Hello. তোমাকে তোমাকে লিঙ্ক পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছি, আমি লিঙ্ক পাঠিয়েছি, দেখো না। Now if you multiply it, then you will have your answer here. So it is approximately 2521.6, means approximately it is 2400. So answer will be none of this. So here in this, if you use this formulas, you will have some approximation. So better this question should be solved previous method as I shown, which is tabulation method. So you can also use this method, or you can also apply your fundamental method. So fundamental method means amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r by 100 to the power t. Now your principal is equal to 16,000. 1 plus r means 5% per annum. 5 by 100 to the power t. T means how much? T means your 3 half years. So if you calculate this again, you will have the same. So hope you understood this question. So coming to next question. Now in the next question you see, at what rate percent CI the sum of money, at what rate percent CI the sum of money becomes 9 times in 2 years. Root of that, so it is 1:3. 1:3 means if your principal is rupees 1, then if your principal is rupees 1, ঠিক আছে আজকে তো ফার্স্ট ক্লাস আজকে যদি দেখে নিই এক্সপেরিমেন্টাল বেসিস যেগুলো যেগুলো ড্রব্যাকস আছে সেগুলো ক্লিয়ার করে দেবো। আজকে আজকে টেস্টিং নিলাম জাস্ট ছোট এই 5টা কোশ্চেন দিয়ে। ঠিক আছে, আমি এই কোশ্চেনগুলোকে আবার ভালো করে আমি তোমাদের এই চ্যানেলে আপলোড করে দেবো, আরও ভালো করে ফ্রেশ করে আমি আপলোড করে দেবো। ঠিক আছে, the solution of this question. So let me tell you one thing. This is our first live session in this Crack Your Exam channel. So hope uh, we tried our best, but there are some network issues. That is why I got the information from some student that audio is not clear somewhere it is showing streaming. So all these problems will be taken care of. So this is our first video. So we collect the feedback from the students, and according to that we will rectify all these issues in the next video. So I can tell you one thing, that the solution of all the questions which we have discussed will be uploaded to this channel in a proper manners. There you will have no problem if you just open this channel, and if you get that, if you open that video, you will have all the solutions properly. But I'm requesting you to just please subscribe this channel, so that whenever we will upload new video, you can have this. So uh, subscribe this channel so you will have the information and notification. So that is for today. Thank you.